For more writing tips, please share this video to other writer friends. For letter F in my A to Z writing tip series, I want to talk about foreshadowing. Foreshadowing means to hint at a future event and to give little details, clues all around the story and spreading them. That is an amazing way to avoid info dumps, because info dump is just a big whole paragraph of information that you're just gonna dump on your readers. But you don't want to do that. So a good way is foreshadowing. And one of the most popular authors, even J.K. Rowling herself, does this technique in her books, where she's gonna hint at something that's gonna happen books later, and we get to see little information about it throughout the whole chapter spread out. And so that's the most amazing part about this technique, is that you create tension and build anticipation within your readers. Foreshadowing, it's a writing technique where you hint at something that's going to happen in the future. It's a very good way to create anticipation and curiosity in your readers when they're reading the book. It is about telling the reader something, but not directly. And so you're just hinting at it. It's like a little piece, a little pebble of information, just a breadcrumb, and not the whole picture or the whole food itself. So what you're doing here is you are creating suspense. It's a one interesting way of creating suspense in your writing, where you're just hinting at something that will happen in the story later on, in this book or in the later books in the series. But overall, it's about something amazing is going to happen, or something shocking, or whatever kind of emotion that it is going to arise, or it's going to give rise in your story. But it's not going to tell you directly. It's going to be like, okay, this is going to happen in the future. You need to first focus on something else. And it kind of diverts your attention from it. Now, how to actually use this in your book? Well, there's a piece of information that you want to give to your readers. Now, cut this information into tiny bits. And now this one bit of information can be mentioned here and there in just a dialogue, or just in the description, though there's something in this room, but we don't want to talk about it. And that little bit of information itself is going to create mystery, and you want to know what happens next. And then you build that anticipation over and over. And foreshadowing and flashback are two very different things. In flashback, you give a past event that happened a long time ago, and you are going to give information about that. But in foreshadowing, there's a future event that's going to take place in the later part of your story, but you hint at it at the very beginning, and you keep hinting at it with little clues all around the place. And a good example for this would be in Harry Potter. So in Harry Potter, we get to see the first Horcrux, the diary, in book 2. But we don't even know what a Horcrux is until book 6. So we see little information that does not quite make sense until the later part in the story, and then we get to the actual story, and the information is revealed by bits and pieces. So when you're writing a foreshadowing of any event, try to create intrigue. Try to just this is an important fact, because you're repeating it again and again. But then focus also on not repeating unnecessary things. Foreshadowing is a very good way to create suspense in your story. And when I talk about suspense, I mean there are various ways of creating suspense, which I will be talking about when I cover letter S. But for now, for letter F, I would like to conclude this video by saying that foreshadowing is a very interesting way to tell your readers that the book may seem boring right now, but there's this one little thing that's going to happen later on, so just stick around. So that's one important way to make your readers stick into the story. Just not give up on it and just keep reading. I use this technique so many times in my story, and just see how just just one tiny detail, one information that is just like, oh, I need to know what's going to happen. And that makes them read the whole story. And this one tiny information that, okay, I don't quite understand what's happening here, but maybe the next page will tell me. And maybe the next page will tell me. Maybe the next page. And the most important part about foreshadowing is you need to pay it off. Just don't build up the anticipation and hype and just fall it flat. And no, you need to give a beautiful arc. You need to show that the whole weight of knowing what this information is, that weight is worth it. So when you're writing foreshadowing, just take one piece of information, break it into tiny pieces, and just give those tiny pieces in random chapters, and overall it comes together as one cohesive piece of information that could have been info dump, but no, you're good at writing and you're not gonna make this mistake because you've watched this video up till now and you need to subscribe to this channel. But overall, what I want to tell you is that this writing tip is going to be very helpful for you when you're writing your book. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. For more writing tips, please share this video to other writer friends and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next letter G. Bye!